Hi guys. It is 6:59 a.m. on Friday, April 26th. So, we haven't walked in a couple of days. We're going to get our walk in. All right, let's go. So, kind of nice looking out here a little bit. GPS is working. Very good. Let's go, guys. So, Friday morning, and seems like it's going to be a pretty good day. A little overcast. See if what our camera is looking like. Oh, it's going through all kind of, doesn't look too bad at all. So today we're walking a little bit different. We're going to stay on base because I don't want to go off base. And I got to get over this fear of the coyotes. So we're just going to walk around to Plumber and then come back around. Oh boy. I kind of want to know, like, what to talk about. Well, on a Friday, I guess. On a Friday, I guess we should talk about the weekend, huh? I paused back there because this man was driving on the sidewalk with his little cart, which is kind of rude. No place for anybody else to walk. All right, 7 o'clock. So, I am not like into these politics. So, I can't really speak on Donald Trump, the Mueller report, a Mueller report, Mueller, some report. Anyway, uh, they're gonna have a fire drill here on Monday. So that ought to be interesting. The last time we had a fire drill, they were supposed to, well, they didn't want to do the drill. So what they did was they gave you a specific time to be at our meeting point. And our meeting point is the front of the building. So, say 10 o'clock, they'll tell everybody to be at the front of the building. And then you give your name to the property manager, which I believe changed. There's somebody new. First there's Tony, who was like the head of all property managers. And then there's Anna, who's been here since I started, well, since I moved here. And then there's this new lady who's the assistant property manager. So I don't know how that works. But needless to say, look at all these squirrels all over the place. There's squirrels everywhere. Pardon me. Well, this thing is reading off all these extra stats today for some reason. It just told me about heartbeats per minute, which is kind of different. I wonder, which way should I go? I think I'll go around this way. I was watching this girl on YouTube, and she was explaining to us how to get yourself motivated to get up and get out or go work out or something like that. And she had all these tips. Her name is Shiva. And she had these tips. Like one, she says, hey, you guys, let's go. Before I tell you about Shiva, this is the door that goes to the tunnels. And remember, I had told you guys about the tunnels before. There's nobody in here today. That down there is building 7. And this is the little mirror. I guess it lets you know if somebody's coming or whatever. Anyway, so let's go back. I'm gonna tell you guys about Shiva. Okay, so she was giving these tips on how to motivate yourself to go work out. And one of the things that she said to do was to was to wear your workout clothes to bed. Now, she said that doing this, when you get up in the morning, like, well, I live in Southern California, so it's never really cold to me. But, it is California. So basically, what she says is, you wear your clothes to bed. And then in the morning, when you get up, you don't have to worry about getting dressed because you're already dressed. So that was one tip. Another tip was to get enough sleep. So you want to go to bed early enough so that when you do, get that alarm in the morning, you're not concerned with whether or not you had enough sleep because you went to bed early. Well, a decent hour. I usually go to bed about, maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'll usually start falling asleep. And that's just me sitting there watching TV, because I'll watch Andy Griffith and Gomer Pyle. And then by that time I'm asleep. There are other programs that come on, and that just happens to be my favorite channel. So the thing is making an announcement again. Actually, I should fix it. Current heart rate, beats per minute. See? Now, see, that's what I don't understand. Why he's telling me that. So, pardon me. So, I told you guys that, the last time we talked about this video game that I was playing. And funny thing is I ended up playing the game again yesterday, which was kind of interesting because the game is actually, it's a long game. In fact, it's longer than Monopoly. And Monopoly, you can play that game for hours. And basically, that's the way this game is. In fact, the game has to remind you, hey, it tells you you've been playing for 2 straight hours. How about a break? It actually has to tell you that. Sorry, I'm breathing so hard, guys. I just came up the hill. I'm just trying to walk all these different ways to kill time. And I forget that sometimes I have to climb a hill. But I have my thing on here that's giving me an idea about how much I've walked. Let me get right here and rest. so quiet. Wow, look at these flowers here. Can you guys see that? It's wet on the count. I mean the bar here. I don't want to lean on it. So I don't want to go that way. I don't want to walk by no people. Seems like everywhere I choose to go, I gotta walk by some people. So, anyway, so I was telling you guys about this game. I finally got to the part of the game where, oh, they need to cut this down, where my people have advanced to patricians. Now, first I had peasants, and then after I met all of their needs, once their needs are met 100%, then citizens move in. And after the citizens move in, they upgrade the house that the peasants lived in. They move in and they upgrade the house. And then, pardon me. And then, after you meet all of the needs of the citizens, then they advance to patricians, or patricians move into the city. I'm not exactly sure. But then you have patricians. So you have peasants, citizens, patricians, and then they advance to noblemen and whatever else comes after that. But the problem is, I haven't gotten that far yet, so I don't know exactly how far they, advance or what they turn into, because I haven't gotten that far yet. But where I am now, all right. I'm trying to, pardon me, I'm trying to get it right here. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, let me say this. I need a new pair of shoes, and I keep forgetting to order them, because I don't usually go out shopping and all of that. I do all my shopping on the internet, and it's been that way for I don't know how long. But yeah, so I was thinking, let's see, I bought these shoes last year. Yeah, it was last year. Probably in August or September. I don't remember exactly. But these shoes, well, they've been walked in every single day. So I'm probably due for a second pair. Not saying that there's anything wrong with this pair that I'm walking in now. Not that there's anything wrong with them. It's just, I think I need a backup pair. So that's where I am. Thinking that maybe I need a backup pair of shoes. I was looking to see what that car was doing. You know, I have to remember that these are senior citizens driving around in here, and we're not in the hood. And so I have to remind myself that not every slow-moving car I see is necessarily a would-be drive-by. Oh, look, two cars, same color. So, I hardly ever walk this way, you guys. So, this is some new footage that you guys can take a look at. We usually come from around over there to the left. But today we stayed on base. So we didn't have to trip too much off of being outside. I'm thinking about this kids movie that I saw. Open Season. That was the name of it, Open Season. And Martin Lawrence did the voice of a bear that was a pet. And I can't think of the name of that other guy now. Oh, Ashton Kutcher. He played a moose. It was an elk. I think he played an elk. And he was the bad guy. Not the bad guy, but he was always in mischief. And so the bear, Martin Lawrence, his name was Boog, B-O-O-G. And Boog, he was always trying to play it safe. But Elliot, that was the name of Ashton Kutcher's character, was Elliot. And Elliot was always trying to get him to do something. Elliot was an outcast from his herd because, I don't know, I think he tried to date the head elk's girlfriend. And the head elk wasn't having it. Where are we at now? So he goes, current heart rate, beats per minute, but he doesn't give me any numbers. So what's the point in having him if he's not going to give me any numbers? What is all that horn blowing? The hell? Traffic jam on VA Sepulveda. Road rage. So I can see that they have really trimmed a lot of these trees. I'm gonna get over here to a safe spot and relax or sit down or something. Anyway, so yeah, the name of the movie was Open Season. If you guys want to go and take a look at it. It's a cartoon, but it's pleasant. I like watching little kids shows that aren't necessarily for kids, but they are fun to watch. So we're almost done, guys. Uh, you know, it kind of pains me that today is the 26th and I'm flat broke. I'm not usually flat broke. I usually have, you know, $20 or $40 in the bank, but I don't even have that. This was a weird month for me, April. I don't know. Seems like my money went kind of weird today, this month. All right. I'm gonna go back around the front. The front is usually best. Now I don't, well, I had stopped coming around the front because the front of the building has the address on it. And I had heard a bunch of people talking about, oh, you don't want to give people your address. And I thought, you must be a bad motherfucker to come on a federal building, federal property to commit a crime. Especially not for me. Weird. All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. And I guess we'll just see you in the next one. Bye.